Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Thunder. Tonight we take you to the Monster Mile of Dover Downs Speedway. It is Season 3, Round 4 of the Friday Night ARCA series here on the Moonlight Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Snake, and with me I have my esteemed colleague, Smokin' Joe. Welcome, Joe. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. We're in store for some good racing here. Going to some concrete track racing here tonight at Dover. Going to be the first real test of these boys, I think, this season for tire wear, as we all know how abrasive Dover can be.
Dover, a little rough on equipment, a little rough on patience. We're looking at great conditions for racing tonight. A 71-degree air temperature, 79 degrees on the track, mostly overcast, a little bit of high humidity with a slight breeze. Should really make for an interesting race tonight, as you can see the haze and the clouds in the background. We'll take a look here, Joe, at our point standings after last week. You know, we had the Chicagoland Speedway event last week, and Kenneth Redinger able to put his stamp on things as your points leader, opening up that lead over Joe Vulpes just a little bit there. What else are you seeing in our current driver standings?
It's still so early in the season to really start figuring out who's going to be there at the end of the season. But we do know one thing: you got to start the races in order to have a chance. So right now, all those guys with 2+ starts are the top half of the points, 18th on up. So I would assume most of those guys here, looking at those guys with 2 starts, a few of them not here again this week. Kevin Kyle's one of those that sticks out not being here. No Todd Dunn either. Got to look at our list here, make sure some
I
of
don't
these other
think
boys are
Bollinger's
here.
there either,
Yeah,
so
no
yeah.
Colin Bollinger after winning last week.
Josh Barr, no show.
No Josh Barr. My eyes might be deceiving me, but I don't see the 37 car on here either.
I don't see an Andrew Davis
Yeah.
or a Richard Swingle, nor a Zach Clausen. So some heavy hitters missing in action tonight. It should be a prime opportunity for those cemented within the current chase and those on the outside of that cut line looking in. You know, it's races like this that can really help shape the regular season and improve your chances to make those playoffs, or that chase, I should say. So we'll have to see what's in store. You know, Dover's one of those places that can really test the limits and the patience of the car and driver, as you see Joe Vulpes in the background tearing around. So, Joe, what are we looking for tonight at Dover? What can we expect with this style of racing on this surface?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of tire wear here in relation to some other races with this car. General Tires, they're usually very good for speed purposes, and also duration. But we all know how abrasive that these surfaces can be, right? See, so I think tonight is
Yeah.
going to be an example of that.
Yeah, the concrete can be like a cheese grater. As you see, Vulpes puts his best effort there. Looks like he makes contact. Going to be 6th on the current run. Tommy Fox currently your pole sitter. Tommy just does great with qualifying, Joe. Solid top 10 effort, and he's been one to hit that leaderboard from time to time. So we'll see if that time will stick as we ride aboard with Matt Novella.
Yep, here he comes across the line to complete his first lap. Looks like it was good enough for 6th currently. We'll see if he's got a better lap in store on the second one. We know he's not the greatest qualifier, but he's been showing some really good flashy speed and 1-lap pace here recently.
Yeah, when he can put down a great qualifying effort, it typically can bode well for his overall performance because he doesn't have to necessarily drive through the field to take a run at the leaders. So it looks like that second lap is much better, going to put him on the pole for the time being. Matt Novella with a great qualifying effort. Riding on board with the Jay Stinson as well. Jay in that 60 amp energy machine tonight with the Diet Dew contingency. Dale Jr. homage. He's typically a top 10 qualifier as well.
Yeah, I saw this thing down in the garage. I thought you'd want to see it here before we put it out on the racetrack with everybody else. Not really going to be the qualifying effort that he wanted there. 6th place here currently.
Not the qualifying effort that he wanted, but I'm definitely a fan of that paint scheme, Jay. Nice ride. And, of course, Steve Lewis in the 88, the MRL Broadcasting Nike F Cancer machine. We're just going to do it with Steve Lewis. Let's see what he's got tonight.
Here he comes. This is going to be his first lap right here. And looking at the times, that's going to be good enough to put him currently 11th out of 14 guys on the board. Still got a second lap to go, though.
Yeah, so maybe he can improve on that first lap and really hit those marks and push the limits. And he's going to come by there. You want to get it right down by that apron, I would imagine, without hitting that apron. Get everything out of that corner just a little bit above. Got good drive off there. Will it be enough?
Looks like he backed off, not the lap he wanted.
Not what he was looking for. Brandon Garand in the test car colors there, the jet black, the Midnight Express, the 57 machine, currently a 15th place effort. Let's see what that does. That was lap 2. He's going to shut it down. So Matt Novella, so far, he's still on the pole. Got a couple more left to go. As you see, Jay Rochelle throws down a heater in that 327. We're going to ride on board with Justin Parham in that patriotic 99.
This is going to be your last guy to put down a lap time. Last one that can take Novella off the pole.
He's screaming.
There it is.
Was there any any doubt? Justin Parham, no stranger to winning the pole award, once again puts down the heater. Going to start P1 tonight. So that wraps up qualifying for Dover, and you see the results. Justin Parham, you're going to be your pole sitter tonight. Matt Novella with a great qualifying effort, going to be outside row 1. Jay Rochelle going to be row 2. Great qualifying effort for him, as well as Tommy Fox going to be outside row 2. Kenneth Redinger, your reigning series champion and current points leader, going to be 5th. Matthew Fritz with a lot of speed in that 48, going to be 6th tonight. And return to full-time, Buddy Sully's going to be 7th. And then newcomer Dalton Connor with a great effort, going to be 8th. Jay Stinson, we rode on board with him in the 6th. He's going to be 9th. And Lucas Alves going to round out the top 10. Great effort out of Lucas.
Yep, going through the rest of the field, we got some more qualifiers. 11th will go to Alex Hillman. He makes his return to full-time action here once again after a tough week last week at Chicagoland. He's going to start alongside Charlotte winner Eric Gambrell. Steve Lewis, longtime veteran, going to start alongside series admin Joe Volpus. Then you got the two longtime friends starting behind them, John Beverly, Brandon Garand in row number 8. Then we see behind them, we see Jack Sanders, the last one to put down a lap time, and then the guys that didn't qualify. So it looks like Nate Lesko, looks like they packed that car up, so he's not going to grid. You got Bolander back there, Daniel Plant-Smith. I looked like Michael Mata's having some issues as well. I don't know if they're going to get that car out there. And then Tom Lester going to be the last one to grid up here for today's race.
Yeah, there's a name we haven't seen in a while. Tom Lester making an appearance tonight. Good to see him out on track. So that's going to show our starting lineup for tonight. The pace car is about to deploy and take us out on the racing surface. So looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tonight. 125 lap main feature here. It is race 4 or round 4 of season 3 here at Dover. Who's going to take the trophy tonight? Who's going to conquer the Monster Mile? Only time will tell. You know, if we see any trends, we've seen if Redinger gets out in that clean air, Joe, he can just drive off and away. So I know Justin Parham and company are going to do their best to keep him buried in traffic tonight, as we know dirty air is going to be a big thing here at the short track.
Yes, it is. We'll see how that factors in to the race. It looks like everybody is gridded up, and that Mustang's about ready to get rocking and rolling with the 20 cars that have taken the grid behind them.
Yeah, I don't know what Matt Novella has under the hood, but that car was twitching and seizuring there for a moment, so I guess he's got some horses to spare, and we'll see if he'll use that to his full advantage tonight. Interesting animations here on the sim tonight.
They come out onto the track, only going to have the one pace lap, even though it is a mile-long track. We'll see if these guys should be able to grid up pretty easily. The one thing we haven't really talked about is, of course, wheel spin. I don't think we're going to see a big problem with that tonight there, C, but we have seen it in other cars, so it might be something on the back of these guys' minds.
So to put a bow on that wheel spin and somewhat related topic there, tire wear as well. You think these guys will probably want to take care of those tires and be able to carry it and extend the run. So I want to see who's going to be a comer and goer. I think that's going to be a real thing here tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Got to get
going
off here pretty clean, though. Got to remember that here, too.
Absolutely. They're going to come off turn exit. It's a funky restart zone. They're going to go off, and Parham takes the green flag. We're off and racing from Dover. It's Friday Night Thunder on MRL Broadcasting. And Justin Parham, Matt Novella side by side. Novella is going to have a slight advantage on exit there, but they're still side by side. Parham fights back on the bottom. Jay Roussel, he's going to move up, and Redinger is going to move up as well in the 24. Matt Novella is going to take Parham on lap 1. He's going to come around and clear. Going to be leading lap 1. New leader from Dover.
Yeah, great jump on the outside for a few of these boys. Matt Novella, Jason Rochelle, both of them got a really good jump right there. Go into first and second. Rochelle looking like he's going to make a move here on the outside.
Hell yeah, the outside looking racy early. I don't know if that's going to do well for tires later, but Rochelle's thinking, let me get that lap lead now. Let me get that point now. Rochelle to the point.
Going to take the lead here early. We've seen him run this high line pretty much everywhere we go, haven't we there, Steve? We saw it at Richmond especially, running the SVG line around the track. Very interesting to see if he's going to be able to get a higher lane working here at Dover. We all know how bottom heavy it is.
Absolutely. Wrapping the top seems to be the man's specialty, and I'm a fan. I like that. I like when you can ride that high line with consistency. But Dover, you see the groove right there. You want to be down in that groove to get that car to rotate and to get that great power on exit. But Rochelle driving away early. You got to wonder, that early advantage, is that going to come back to bite him in a handful of laps? Right now, he's driven away from the field. A little contact in the back between Steve Lewis and that green and white car back there. Couldn't see what happened, but a little wall contact.
Yeah, got to pay attention. It's getting a little feisty around here in the mid-pack area.
Connor and Lewis there.
Speaking of some things that happened there, Justin Parham, it looks like he may have gotten a black flag on the initial start of the race because he is now being currently scored a lap down in 20th place.
Trouble for our pole sitter tonight. I guess there was a little shenanigans there on the start of the race. Maybe a little snafu. Hopefully we can get him clarification on that at some point, but he's going to serve that black flag, going to come back out. He's still on the lead lap, if I'm not mistaken, so he's definitely one that's going to be open.
He's being scored a lap down right now.
He's a lap, so he'll be in that lucky dog position, Joe, so hopefully he'll get an early yellow, get things turned around in his favor, but not the way you want to start a race at any track here on this series.
Got some chaos going on here in the mid-pack. Oh, yeah, we got a car around!
Car around, Steve Lewis and the 00 of Tommy Fox involved. Oh, Fox in the wall, smacked up. That's going to bring out the first caution of tonight on Friday Night Thunder. Right here, right there, you saw the 88 and the 00 getting together, and the 00 lost his bumper there for a moment. And we're going to have to take a look and see how that developed. But, you know, it's Dover, Joe. These kinds of things can happen at this kind of layout. You have the high banks, you have the shorter kind of oval there. Things can get tight.
Yeah, you can see this car is crab walking. That's going to be 100% a faster pair on the 00. Looking at where Steve Lewis is at, that car has got a lot of damage on it. Looks like the 13 as well. I would expect a lot of faster pairs here from these guys.
Yeah, so, you know, we're here early in the race. That's the last thing that you want to do is have to use that precious fast repair. You see some cars stay out, others coming in for service, perhaps some in the back maybe going to go for a little splash of fuel and anticipate a potential long green flag run. A lot of strategy here early. Going to ride on board. You see the 88 just sends it in there as the 00 is coming around to basically run his line, and they met in the middle there, and unfortunate circumstance between the 88 and the 00 to go on board with Lewis here.
I mean, we're on I don't know, lap 7, I think.
That's that a give and take kind of deal right there. The 88 pushing the issue, the 00 just figuring, hey, you know, we're just riding right now. He's just following the traffic in front of him, and Lewis sends it down in there.
Yeah, it's just not really a lot of give and take. Hopefully, it's not a sign of things to come from these boys. But yeah, just looks like 00's just following the line of the guy in front of him, and Lewis wanted to get there, and it just didn't end
Yeah.
well for everybody.
See, you can see the 00 just lifting early, staying in line. Lewis a little bit longer in the gas, takes the more aggressive corner entry, and that brings out our first caution of the night here. So hopefully we can get things cleaned up, because we know cautions can breed cautions, especially at a place like Dover or other tracks smaller in distance. So that concrete surface also makes you want to slip and slide a little bit. So we're going to re-rack them here and try to figure things out.
Doubled up. Jason Rochelle going to take the outside here. Looks like he's very comfortable being up there at this point in the race, and that goes along with his current MO with the way he's been racing. Just really using that high line every chance that he can get.
And Link, if you missed it, but look who's going to be inside row 1, and look at who's going to be outside on row 2. You got Redinger and Buddy Solly up there, so you got some heavy hitters right behind and right next to that 327. Going to be a fascinating restart as you see Novella behind Redinger as well.
Yeah, we're still early in this race, though. Not really much strategy to be played yet. Can only go about 50 laps on a tank of fuel. Those 2 additional tire sets, still too early to really start thinking about anything.
Little jumbled mess in the back of the field there as we're about to go green. They're able to get it back together, get back in line. Pace car is off, coming to the restart zone. Rochelle goes late in the zone, but gets a great restart. We're back green, coming to the line. Lap 11 of 129 on Friday Night Thunder. Rochelle clears them, no problem. It's a battle side by side between Redinger and Sully in row 2. And in row 3, Novella right there. Matthew Fritz gets behind him, get down on the bottom to that preferred line. They're battling behind them, but you see Sully making a charge there with Novella, and you see Redinger right in front of them, going to try to make up time and catch that 327. Jay Rochelle going to be your leader.
Everyone singles out there pretty quickly. It looks like most of these guys running about a lane off the bottom and then bringing it back down. Some of the guys further back, more towards the apron, maybe trying to get some clean air. We'll go watch Rochelle here, and you can see he's just a little bit off the bottom, but not a lot. But pretty much everybody taking use of that bottom. Looks like we might be having a move here back here for 8.
Daniel Plant-Smith coming up through the field side by side with the 08 of Alex Hillman, the 031 Pennzoil machine, the U.S. Air Force machine side by side. Plant is coming, a lot of speed out of that car. Hillman, obviously, you know he's fast, you know he's consistent. As you could see, that Plant goes behind Hillman.
Oh.
Did a little bit of contact with the wall, and Fritz right in front of them, and the 48 gets a little out of shape as well. You know, that corner exit can do that to you here. You can get loose and slide down that track.
Yeah, it looked like he may have scraped the wall. I think it's a no harm, no foul situation there for Fritz. We'll see, though, in the long term if he has any sort of long-term residual damage. But right now, it looks like everybody's just driving single file at this point. Everyone just trying to save their stuff, make sure we get to a window where it actually starts to become a race again. In terms of strategy, we're only on lap 15, so a lot of time to save some tires here. But looks like Jason Rochelle not really interested in saving tires, driving away from everybody.
No, he said, you know, I've watched the 24 do this before. Let me take my shot at it, get in that clean air, get out in the front, try to see if you can build yourself a gap, and then kind of rely on that through the run, and then maybe once you've opened up that gap, try to maintain that, maybe conserve after. But he's definitely full bore right now as that 24 is trying to get within reach of him.
I'm watching on the data right now, and the guy that's really making some moves is Justin Parham that I'm watching right now. It looks like he just got through that back group of cars right now up to 14th. He got the lucky dog on that caution after the black flag at the start of the race. So right now, he's doing what he needs to do to get back into this race. But you can see there's a bit of a gap now to the next group of cars. Gonna need to take his time, catch up as quickly as he can without burning those tires. But, you know, when you're almost a second behind the next group, I think he's just in a chill position here for the next couple laps.
I think so. Just maintain your equipment, try to manage those tires a little bit. You know, I don't think Volpus is going to press the issue behind him too much, just trying to let Parham take the charge there. But definitely the break Justin was looking for, you know, after that black flag incident to start the race. Back on the lead lap, and definitely what he was in need of. So we're going to chart his progress as we proceed, but that 99 just kind of chilling as we speak.
Yeah, and looking through the field, there's not really much going on right now. Everybody's just kind of singling out. Looks like maybe something going on around Gambrel. I thought I saw him maybe taking a low line. Looks like him and Garand and Beverly battling for 11th right here.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, riding together there. You saw the 57 peek inside. The 46 got a little push on exit there. But I think they're just content to follow each other right now. You see that 5-car pack, and you see Parham just kind of inching in ever so slightly, maybe getting a 10th a lap on them, slowly entering the frame. But these guys from 1st through 11th just, like peas in a pod, just follow the leader at the moment. I think things will pick up shortly. I think these gentlemen want to get some laps underneath their belt, get some miles on the car, see how it acts on the long run, position themselves, if this does stay green, to be primed to make this thing maybe a one-stopper, Joe.
Yeah, it could be possible, but the way the tire wear is, I wouldn't really recommend it, would be my word. As it looks like the 48's trying to go on the high side here around Novella.
So Fritz on the high line getting a real good bite there. He's going to get a great drive off and get the position from Novella. The 60 of Stinson going to follow suit. And Dalton Connor looking behind him. Novella might be losing 3 positions in 2 sets of corners here. The 56 starting to bleed a little bit. So Matt may be thinking, let me get up to that high line and see if I can get in there. Connor hits the wall a little bit. That's going to bring Novella back to him. But the 56 losing position is going the wrong direction right now.
Yeah, the other guy that looks like he's going in the wrong direction is the 18 car of Bolander. He just got passed by Gambrel and Bolander, falling backwards right now. Not sure if something's wrong with that car or what, but right now that race is going on. This is the battle right here, right around Dalton Connor, Matt Novella. They're having it out.
Yeah, Alex Hillman now entering the picture. So they're kind of sorted things out there. Back in line, looks like Novella's going to be able to keep that position and stay in front of the 93 for right now. But you see the 08 is entered the frame, and he's looking to capitalize on that 93. As you see him hit the wall yet again, that's going to give the 08 the momentum, and they're going to be side by side on corner entry there. But the 93 is doing a good job of getting that momentum and that drive. He's going to be able to maintain the position because you want to be out by that wall on the backstretch and on exit. So 93 plays good defense right there. And look at this, we have a new leader. Kenneth Redinger, the 24, gets by the 327 of Rochelle. Redinger, your new race leader, lap 27 of 125 on MRL Broadcasting.
Yeah, he's figured it out this part of the run, and he's gotten his way in front of Rochelle, starting to pull away just bit by bit on him. We'll see if he's able to make it a bigger advantage or if this is just a little bit of a burst, but history shows that when Redinger gets in the lead, he's not only fast, but he's still good at saving his equipment. And looks like once again he's showing off that ability here today.
Yeah, the 24, he just seems to unload the car well and doesn't look back. So when the rest of the field sees the 24 in the lead, they got to be thinking, what do we have to do to match that, to battle him, to gain the advantage? So they're working on that theory right now. You see the battle, the 031 looking close underneath the 08. Daniel Plant-Smith going to assert himself side by side down the backstretch, and you see them getting through turn 3 there. 031 going to try to slide him up the track a little bit. They're still side by side on exit.
Yeah, getting really tight here for these guys. Bolander, Gambrel now right behind them. Bolander, we were just talking about how he's struggling a few laps ago. He's able to turn it around and now got in this battle that's going on. Dalton Connor now getting away from these guys. A little contact.
Yeah, contact between the two, and getting back to that 18, sometimes you just need maybe a couple laps to regroup and then gather it back up and mount that charge again. So the 18 looking like he's going to be back in action. As you see, the 031 going to fit himself in between them. Find room where you make room. If gap car, said David Brenner, who we are missing tonight as well.
Yeah, looking behind them, looks like Brandon Garand is going to let Volpus and Parham go. So those two are now up to 12th and 13th after starting last and second to last on the restart. with one of them being the lucky dog, the other one coming down the second time to use the fast repair. So this battle is really helping them out. I think pretty much got them bottlenecked from 7th on back. Redinger's gotten away. He's up to a 2-second lead, just like we're always talking about, with how he's so good at getting free of everybody.
Yeah, I think he was taking care of his stuff early, let the 327 have his fun, and now the 24, always good on the long run, definitely asserting himself there. So no surprise, the 24 taking control of the race lead early. We'll see what happens when we have our pit strategy here coming up in a handful of laps. Oh, we have contact there. The 031 moves the 08. 08 into the wall, takes the 46 with him. It's chaos, it's destruction, and that's going to bring out caution number 2.
Oh, I just saw the 00. Absolutely rear-end the 18 trying to miss the wreck.
Oh my goodness, it's a hate crime at Dover. Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, I need to catch my breath after that one. Some serious players involved in that one. Brings out our second caution of the night on Friday Night Thunder. A lot of big names involved, so we're going to have to clean up the mess and see exactly what happened there. But the 00 involved after the fact, yet again, I believe he took that fast repair already. That's going to cause curtains for him, I believe. But looking at the trigger to this, the 031 gets underneath the 08. The 08 snaps, and just very aggressive right there.
I don't know how necessary that was right there, but causes a big wreck down there. Four cars right there involved, and I know at least a 5th and Tommy Fox.
Clips the 46, and yeah, unbelievable. Get another vantage point through the chopper. Got the blimp cam going on right there.
Yeah, you saw Tommy Fox come flying in there last second.
Right on board there. So thinks he can maybe... It's the 18, just nails him.
Go back and see the original cause of it again. Riding on that left rear into the corner and then finishes him off.
Just like contact, and then just disposes of him.
I mean, it's not the easiest track to pass at, but yeah, it should be easier than killing somebody in the race.
Yeah, so I mean, the 031, I guess, feels like he established the position. The 08 coming down feels like he's already there. You know, let's give and take, but it was all take, and that brings out caution number 2 tonight.
Cycle everything back around to Jason Rochelle and Buddy Sully. I don't believe they pitted there, but the data might be messed up. It looks like Steve Lewis stayed out as well, so those 3 are on an alternative strategy here. And then you look a little further back, everybody else pitted, it looks like, from 4th on back. It looks like Novella didn't take, so it looks like out of the guys that pitted, the guys that didn't take tires are going to be Novella, Brandon Garand, John Beverly, Jack Sanders, and Alex Hillman.
A couple guys rolling the dice for track position. We'll see what happens here. Got a lot of guys on freshies right behind them and all around them, so it's going to be an interesting predicament to be in. It's going to be a spicy restart once we do get rolling. So 2 cautions tonight, not uncharacteristic of what Dover can provide. We'll see if these guys can get together and go ahead and make this go green for a little while longer. Little race recap, lap 36 of 125. Jason Rochelle, your current leader. There have been 2 cautions thus far, 3 lead changes tonight. So, you know, it's been a really interesting race to watch thus far. The pace car pulls off. We'll see how they fire off when we come through the restart zone. Rochelle on the outside, Buddy Solly on the inside through the restart zone. Rochelle goes late in the box again, gets a good jump. He's playing games there. He got him. Novella side by side with Sully. Rochelle drives off, gets the advantage, clears them through 1 and 2. Sully looking inside of Novella. He's going to be able to get the advantage, but not slide up, and it's a gaggle behind them. Oh my goodness, look at Garand on those old tires getting loosey-goosey, baby.
It Looks like John Beverly way out of the groove, further back. Gonna let pretty much everybody go right there. I don't think he wants any part of what's going on.
Absolutely not. Those old tires definitely revealed themselves early on that restart. As you see all those guys on fresh, you get a great jump and get up to speed. You could see the difference in grip on just 38 laps. Incredible action from Dover.
Yeah, these guys right now battling really hard. They want to be the first one that gets to Rochelle.
Oh,
And,
Garand in the wall.
woo, yeah, they're getting really, really feisty back there. They all want to be the first one to Rochelle because he hasn't pitted yet. So Fritz right now doing his best job of getting through these boys as fast as he can. Looks like he's going to be battling for the lead right here in a second.
Yeah, the 48 Fritzy looking inside. Rochelle plays a good game of block, but 48 with great drive off. They come to the line. Rochelle with a slight advantage. 48's going to drive it deep in there, get the advantage. Will he be able to clear it? Looks like he will be. 327 tucks in behind him. Matthew Fritz, our new race leader.
Matthew Fritz taking tires there on lap 34. Looks like
Look at
it's been
Stinson.
Yep, another one that took tires on 34. These two coming in a hurry through the field. And look at that, the guy that's up in fifth actually just smacked the wall right there.
He sure did.
Back into
Lance
the
Smith
race.
is in on a mission. Look at the 031 Pennzoil machine, and look at that. Unbelievable. That Justin Parham coming back into the swing of things as well. The pole sitter back in the top 5, looking to get his redemption after a race start black flag.
Yeah, back up into fourth. That's who I was trying to point out right there. Doing a good job of coming through the field. He got his way back up to about 10th there before the caution. Now he cycled his way to fourth here on these fresher tires. Just doing what he needs to do right now. Taking his time getting through the field, making the moves when he can, and it's working out in his favor to this point. And right behind him, Ken Redinger, we know how good he is pretty much everywhere we go. Led a lot of those laps early on in the race there, led 9 of them. Him and Rochelle, of course, as well, who's still on old tires, so he's falling backwards. But Redinger now worked his way up to 5th, and he's about a second and a half behind the leader, Fritz, who's under attack from Stinson.
Yeah, so Jay Stinson in that 60 machine, you know, he's got a head of steam there. He and Fritz are known commodities. They've raced together often, been teammates in other series and leagues before. Gonna wheel to the 60. Jay Stinson gonna make the power move. Parham behind him. Jay Stinson, your new race leader. Daniel Plant-Smith gets by the 48.
Yeah,
48 have a little problem.
Yeah,
He's
just
bleeding
lost
positions.
all those spots in one lap. What goes from 1st to 5th. Looks like he's got it finally under control. But now this has opened up the race lead battle between Jay Stinson and now Justin Parham up to second, going to make the move.
Well, 99 looking inside the 60. The 99 drives it deep into the corner. Stinson drifts up the track a little bit. The 99 is going to easily clear him. New race leader, the 99. The pole sitter, Justin Parham, back in the lead. Wow, what incredible action since that restart, Joe.
And Redinger making a move now, going to go for 3rd place. And he's going to clear Plant. And now he's trying to get up there with Parham.
It's a heavy hitter after heavy hitter in our top 5 tonight as they jockey for position. That 24 is coming.
Yeah, the nice paint scheme he's got on that thing too. I love the new paint schemes for a few of these guys up front. 4 out of the 5 running different paint schemes than they normally have in the past. I think Ken started driving this 24 last week. I know that 99 American car started this season as well for Parham, and then of course the AMP car there with Jay Stinson, Fritz Ally car, all cool paint schemes.
Yeah, I love the throwback. I just love the nod to just a generation or two ago of car. Those schemes are awesome. And that 24 is coming to challenge that 99. Look at that 24 roll the bottom right there. He's going to get the slight edge, but they're side by side on the backstretch. Enter turn 3, 99 up high. The 24 underneath. The 24 is going to get a little bit more bite on exit, but Parham comes to drive back there side by side. Dead heat at the line, but I think Redinger got him by a nose.
Yeah, he's got him. He's going to clear him right here, and Parham gives up the lead to Redinger. He's going to try the crossover.
He's not giving up yet. Parham with the crossover on the 24. Now he's going to be on the bottom. Redinger on the outside. Can he return the favor? We're here on exit, and they're going to come to the line, and it looks like Redinger's going to maintain the position. The 99 is going to slide back in. Stinson in 3rd. Plant in 4th.
Yep, just like that. Now everybody's going to go back single file here up front. But a little further back, Andrew Bolander making moves here on his fresh tires now, gets around Jason Rochelle. Rochelle in a bit of a predicament as well as Buddy Sully. They're going to need a caution here pretty soon because you got to think about it. These guys haven't pit at all yet. And on top of that, we're talking about the way the strategy is played out. They're not. I don't think they're going to be able to make it on one stop unless they've done a good job saving under those cautions. So I'm not so confident this is going to play out the way they want it to.
Yeah, roughly 60 laps on a tank of fuel, but a couple cautions thrown in the mix. But it's all about that fresh rubber, and now these guys are starting to pay the prices. To see Dalton Connor taking a look for the position. So these guys banking on another caution. You know, we've kind of had a caution every dozen and a half laps or so, thinking, hey, man, we'll have another caution and we'll get our tires now. Maybe then have the slight advantage and fight back and answer back. But right now we stay green from Dover on Friday Night Thunder.
I think it's a good time to take advantage of this green run and make sure we get a nice crank it up in. What do you say?
Hey, it's the only way I know how. It's crank it up style from the Monster Mile. And we're back from the Crank It Up segment here on Friday Night Thunder. You saw Jason Rochelle have to wave the white flag and get those set of tires during that sequence. So he's the first of those that stayed out to take tires. Gonna have to have his work cut out for him now. And hope that the leaders pit here soon. But it's been an incredible race there. We've had nothing but action since that last restart. These guys finally getting it settled here. We have a top 5 breakaway. Ken Redinger leading the charge. Justin Parham, your pole sitter, in second. Jay Stinson showing great speed tonight in third. Daniel Plant-Smith on the prowl in fourth. And Matthew Fritz rounds out that hefty top 5.
Yeah, great job by these guys right now. They've all gotten away from the next group of cars. Andrew Bolander, the next one on tires in 6th.
Oh, Parham in the wall there.
Uh-oh.
Definitely the 99 made a little kiss on that wall on exit. We'll see if that's hurt him. It looks like not so much. He's able to stay and hold that position, but flirted with that wall and nudged it pretty good there.
Yeah, it looks like some guys pitting. We saw Rochelle pit under the Crank It Up. John Beverly now going to pit right here as well. So those guys right now on the off sequence going to pit here a little bit early. We'll see if it works for him.
And I'm hearing over comms, 77 is upset. He got the black flag for speeding on entry. That's going to cost him.
That's going to be a really rough break, especially since how long it's a hold here. It's going to be about 2 laps lost on top of the 2 laps from pitting. So if a caution comes out, he's going to be 4 laps down pretty much.
That's going to hurt him, and you see Vulpes getting repairs as well. Already used that fast repair, so not the night the 13 wanted to have either. Definitely some attrition here for some big names at Dover tonight as Ken Redinger leads the way.
Yeah, that last caution took Vulpes out of the mix, and it also took Tommy Fox out of the race altogether. So 2 guys pretty much out of the race from that wreck.
Yeah, so Dover reached out and grabbed a few of the top contenders of the series, so they'll have to regroup, and Vulpes see if he can get back out there, get what he can tonight, and just look ahead. It's a marathon, not a sprint here this season, and just regroup after that. But you do see there Parham flirting with that wall every time out of exit. That car is upset on exit, not happy. And you see Stinson going to take advantage, going to slide right up and get the second place position from Parham. Daniel Plant-Smith lurking right behind, staying steadily in fourth, and Fritz comfortably in the fifth.
Yep, looking a little further back, some of the guys that are still yet to take tires.
Oh, Parham again in the wall.
No.
How much abuse can that car take, Joe, before that little spotter says, hey, man, you got some wheel damage?
I guess we're going to find out here pretty soon, because he just keeps smacking it pretty good right now. Keep trying to go back and look at some other people, and it looks like every time that we try and do it, something happens here around the 99 car. And here we come off turn.
Oh, Guerin with a little contact. Oh, my God. When we have ourselves contact there, that's going to be a multi-car incident.
Stop. Look out!
And look at Bolander. And look at Roche. Look at these guys go. What is happening at Dover? Oh, my God. That was incredible to watch. They're back up to speed there. That's definitely a harrowing moment. A lot of guys holding their breath. The caution is out, but my, oh my, what wreck avoidance there. The guys living dangerously. Joe, what did you see?
Well, it looks like the lap car and the lead lap car get together off turn 4. Not sure if maybe the 99 was expecting the 57 not to be there, and that's what happened. Of a 57 trying to let guys go by. Oh my goodness. And then, oh yeah.
Wow.
I had to look on board with a few of these guys that came flying through here and barely missed this. So
you know you know the caution is out at that point. Why are these guys still full barrel down the straights there? That is wild. Look at this. Woo. Oh my goodness.
That's 2. Here's the third one. Yep.
Whee!
There's one more that really came flying through here. Yep. And missed him.
My, oh my. So everybody able to miss. It's a good thing those guys held their brakes and stayed put, or else that could have been a disaster.
Dalton Connor, one of the guys that missed that, stays out here. Remember, he put on lap 34, took 4 in fuel then. This caution right here doesn't get you in a window to make it to the end. I don't... Actually, no. No, it does. All right, we're like right on the edge here. So I'm going to guess Dalton Connor may be hoping for some late race cautions to take his last set of tires later. But the rest of these boys coming down pit road, I'm going to assume Matt Novella's going to put tires on it because he didn't put tires the first time. You can see some guys coming out of pit road already. Guys that took tires last time taking fuel only. Guys that took fuel only taking tires. Looks like the first one on tires this time is going to be Ken Redinger with Jay Stinson behind, and then Novella as the third one out. Steve Lewis, Buddy Sully, Hillman, Lucas Alves, Sanders, Gambrell, Tom Lester, all on tires right here. The really tough breaks out of this are going to be Brandon Garand, who got all that damage there. I don't know what's going on, if they're going to be able to get that thing back out there. Jason Rochelle ends up a lap down. Even with the lucky dog, he was 2 down, goes to 1 down, and now John Beverly trapped 4 down after this caution as well.
Connor staying out definitely didn't allow those gentlemen. Beverly did not get the wave around there, so Connor gets the point for the lap led, and the 77 just self-destructing before your very eyes tonight.
Yeah, that's going to pretty much mire him back in 18th for the time being. We'll see if he's able to get anything. Going to need some more attrition to happen in this race. Got a quick second here, I think, just to shout out a sponsor. Don't have time to play the ad right now, so we'll just shout out old KK Woodscapes. Great stuff over there. doing all the championship trophies. I know we got those bad boys out there, so I hope everybody's enjoying those from the Friday Night Thunder season.
Yeah, absolutely. Next caution will definitely give the promo spot so you can see everything that KK Woodscapes can do and his companion brand, Sim and Destroy.
All right, here we go.
So pace car, the lights are off. He is going to get out of Dodge here in a minute. You have Dalton Connor, the rookie, on the inside. Matthew Fritz, the series veteran, on the outside. And behind them, you got a whole hornet's nest. And we're ready to get it back on from Dover on Friday Night Thunder. And we'll see Rochelle back there. Connor going to get a late jump in the box. Plant behind him fired off well with him. They're both going to clear Fritz, and you see Bolander drop down to the bottom. But Plant has a good run right there. The 93 playing great defense. The 031's going to look inside him, and he's going to get the position there. Is he going to get the drive on corner entry? They're side by side. The 93 grind grates up the track. The 031's going to have the advantage on the bottom. Going to clear him with ease. Daniel Plant Smith, your leader from Dover.
Yeah, you're going to watch Dalton Connor. He's going to fall like a rock here. Daniel Plant Smith on fresh tires gets through with ease. Andrew Bolander is going to probably get through with ease here pretty quickly as well. But Ken Redinger is right now the first guy on the newer tires, and he's up to fourth right now, looking maybe to split his way around these guys. He's got a couple hungry guys right there with him. Look at all this chaos out of turn 4.
Look at the drive. They're side by side. It's a hornet's nest. It's where you want to be. It's where the action is. The 93 rips the fence, and they're all going to get by him. Oh, my goodness. Those new tires are everything at Dover.
This has allowed Daniel Plant Smith to get far away from these boys, now over a second away from this battle for second on back. As you can see, more chaos going on further back. It looked like Parham and Hillman may have gotten a little contact back there for 10th, as it looks like, yeah, you look at this.
Novella.
Yeah, Novella really pushing hard on these new tires. Going to try and get
Matt
around.
Novella with the power move over the 24. Matt Novella going to get second place over 24. Jay Stinson compelled to watch it all unfold as he has his hands full blocking Bolander behind him. There's battle after battle before they all start getting settled and straightened out here.
Looking at the current lap times and the pit time, I think the 031 there took right side tires based on what we're looking at pit time wise here. Almost a 10-second pit stop, and his lap times currently are pretty much on par with guys that took 4 tires, but not on the guys that took none. So looks like he took a 2-tire strategy to try and take advantage of the race, take clean air, and see if that's the way to get out there and maybe win this thing here today.
Yeah, 2 tires getting the job done right now. Matt Novella starting to enter the frame, though. Matt's on those freshies. He's got 4. Will 4 be better than 2? They're walking away from Redinger and company behind them. We're going to have a battle here for the lead if Novella can keep making progress on those lap times. But Plant Smith doing a great job out there in the fresh air with those 2 freshies over the 4 freshies at the moment.
Yeah, right now it looks like it's starting to stagnate, though. I think maybe a little bit of dirty air. As the 56 scrapes the wall there. Yeah, the 031 was a little bit faster than the 56 that last time by.
Absolutely. So maybe a little dirty air. You want to take advantage of those freshies before everything kind of equalizes a little bit after a handful of laps. You see behind them Buddy Solly taking a peek there outside of the 60. Buddy Solly looking really strong right there, nipping at the heels of the 60 machine. Redinger leading that pack, and look at Alex Hillman battling back into the picture, back inside the top 10.
Yeah, these guys all battling for third on back. Not really taking advantage of the tires the way I thought they would. Maybe Redinger through Hillman there, just trying to play it safe for the time being, because they've pretty much let the top 2 get away. Plant right now still on 2 tires, still leading the race. So right now that's looking like the right call, but still a lot of laps left.
Absolutely. You saw the way those guys were staggered behind them, each a half a lane off each other in either direction, trying to find glimpses of dirty air to avoid that aero push, that aero blocking, that nasty dirty air that can really slow you down in the corners. You got to pedal the car when you get into that peril. But the 21 looking inside there, the 08 trying to battle back, Hillman trying to drive back through the field, looking at the battle for 5th right now from Dover.
Yep, it looks like Buddy's going to hold on to that spot for the time being. Speaking of holding on to spots, it looks like the battle for the lead starting to heat up.
Novella inching ever closer, keeps nipping that wall on corner exit, but he will not be denied. He's setting himself up to get in position to make a run at the leader. Plant Smith making those moves, driving nice and easy through those corners. The 031 with the precision, the 56 with the speed and the aggression here, stalking his prey. Let's see what Matt's got up his sleeve as he's getting closer to that leader.
Yeah, he's getting really close. Looks like the dirty air not affecting the 56 as much with him right this close on him. It looks like we might start to see that two-tire strategy maybe dropping off a little bit. Not really sure, though. The 031 still doing a good job holding on to the lead, but looks like the 56 is a little bit faster. And a guy that's definitely faster is right behind them, and that's Ken Redinger, running faster lap times right now than both these guys in front of him. Closing in, almost got it down to a second right now.
56 wants to make a run for the lead. He better do it now because the 24 is coming. He separated himself from the 60 and the 21. So Matt Novella within a car length of the 031. Is he just looking to be content to ride right now as he's kept the gap to a car length, or he's just plotting his move? We're going to find out, but that 24 is chipping away at their lead.
Looks like they've stagnated with him, with the 56 starting to chill out a little bit behind him. We'll see if maybe they start battling a little bit harder. The 56 gets a little bit closer if the 24 is able to close in. But right now that gap's kind of stagnated at that 1.1 second mark. So right now Plant doing what he needs to do to hold on to the lead, and Novella doing what he needs to do to make sure that they're not losing too much time to Redinger and everyone behind them. But it looks like he's going to set up a move here. That's not going to help them in their time.
No, the 56 taking a peek there, but it just wasn't there, wasn't available. Just taking a peek there, but they start battling side by side. The 24 and the 60 will be in the picture sooner than they realize. It's easy to get a run and close a gap here at Dover, so these guys are going to have to figure it out. If the 56 has pace, he's got to do it now because the 24 is getting closer.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit closer, but not close enough really to think about hitting that panic button just yet. But the other flip of the coin is, do these tires equalize? Does the 2 versus 4 equalize at some point where Novella doesn't have an advantage anymore? Or does it become the 031's going to fall off further? And Matt Novella probably doesn't want to take the risk that it's going to be a leveling out between their tires and try and get around him before something like that happens.
Right, so the 56 is just being very methodical here. The 031 is doing everything he needs to do to keep this race lead here as we approach lap 90 of our 125-lap main event. Matt Novella, no stranger with the wall there, as close as you can get. There'll probably be a little scratch or two along the side of that car after race, but the 56 is handling his own. And you see it's become essentially a 4-car race as the top 4 is kind of driven away from 5th on back if you take a look back through the field there, Joe.
Yeah, right now we're looking at guys all by themselves from 5th on back. Right now Buddy Sully in a world of his own. He's got Alex Hillman pretty close to him. But then you see Eric Gambrill in a world of his own in 7th. Jack Sanders doing what he can to hold on to 8th right now. Looks like he might be struggling a little bit on his tires. Tom Lester up to 9th here at this point, and then Bolander in 10th. And then actually there's a little bit of a battle going on here just outside the top 10.
Look at there, Fritz and Alves there. That's for position. Beverly, a spectator, laps down. Incredible battle. Lucas Alves gets around the 48. 77 just riding there as they're right behind Justin Barham. Look at this gaggle right here. What a nice little pack here. The best battle on the track right now from Dover on Friday Night Thunder.
I think we got a battle for the lead. I think the 56 is peaking.
Just as I say that, the 56 says, hold my beer, look what I can do. He gets the position inside. They're side by side. It's a battle for the lead. It's heating up. Maybe those tires are coming in and they're falling off for the 31. Contact there, mild contact. Redinger enters the picture. That's all it takes. It's a 3-car race for the lead right now, side by side. Plant and Novella will not relent.
They gotta go 3
Redinger
wide.
licking him 3 wide from Dover. We're 3 wide at the line. Plant Smith with the advantage, but Redinger sends it deep into the turn. Novella threads the needle. Slide jobs up in front of the 031. Battle for the lead between Redinger and Novella down the backstretch. It's a dead heat.
Yeah, Novella's now in the same situation that Plant was in the last lap. All Redinger really needs to do is just make sure he gets out of that groove a little bit, and he'll be able to clear him. And there you go, he's able to get the clear done.
Woo,
and now here comes
loosey-goosey.
Plant back on the inside.
And that allows J-Daddy in the 60. Jay Stinson enters the picture as well, but they're letting the 24 get away. They need to figure this out. Ken Redinger drives away as your race leader. The battle for second is incredible. The 60 pushes the 031 into the corner, side by side with Novella. What action here from the Monster Mile.
Oh, the 031 got a little
Oh,
loose.
no!
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, Novella with the wall. Plant in the inside wall. That's going to bring out our caution. Oh my goodness, what a battle. Something had to give, and it was 2 race cars.
Yep, we're going to have to go back and look at what happened there, but looked like those two were just battling so hard for position. 56 may have overdriven the entry and got tight on exits, what it looked like from that camera angle, and got the wall, and then it just backed up into those guys behind him and created that chaos on the front stretch. But let's go see the replay to make sure that's actually what happened.
Caution out for the 4th time tonight from Dover. 2 heavyweight contenders going punch for punch right here. What a battle for the lead, and it turned out to be a battle for second. And yeah, Novella just pushed it to the limit. Probably got a little
He
tight
didn't
there.
want to lift. He just didn't want to lift right there and give up
And
the spot.
speaking of never lift, gentlemen never lift. I think it's a great time to talk about what Kevin Kyle can offer for you.
Yeah, we can pull up that old bad boy right here. Get the old Sim and Destroy stuff up for the broadcast to look at.
Absolutely. Sim and Destroy, your ultimate sim warehouse. They got some great competitors, great race teams in iRacing. And you see, that's the shirt I have, the Goldie, the launch edition shirt. I absolutely love mine. And just what I referenced, gentlemen, never lift. As you can clearly see, Matt Novella never lifted. That's amazing work there. And we're burning rubber, not bridges. It's all about family. It's all about community here in iRacing through the MRL and other leagues across the sim. So check out Sim and Destroy. They got some cool swag for you. Kevin Kyle, once again, got the goods for you.
All these boys are pitting. We might as well get our other ad break in here for KK Woodscapes.
He also has a question that he would like to ask you.
Here at KK Woodscapes, we only work with the finest woods, the finest tools. We sand the wood here at KK Woodscapes. We stir the paint with a wooden stick here at KK Woodscapes. And then we brush the wood with a wooden brush here at KK Woodscapes. And when it's all said and done, we have these perfectly manicured nails. Put the plaques in the trophies, in the envelopes, ship them to your box, and on your way to you to commemorate your special day. Got wood, KK Woodscapes.
So we had the kind of, choppy way to present there. Sorry for the technical difficulties there on the stream, but KK Woodscapes has all your trophy and award presentation needs. If you can envision it, he can create it. Reach out to KK Woodscapes today. So lights are off on the pace car once more. We hope to get everything back in the proper frame rate here, as we saw a little dip in the performance. So we do apologize for those technical difficulties. So a little recap for you. We had an incredible battle. What an incredible restart. We saw Daniel Plant Smith just completely ejecto seat out of the way and take off. Matt Novella slowly and methodically reeled him in, was looking to make that move, and Ken Redinger said, made it 3 wide and brought us incredible action, got the lead, and then the latest caution brought out with Novella and Smith going for it. Redinger is going to be your leader. Jay Stinson, the 60 on the inside on the restart. Redinger gets a great restart. We're back green from Dover on Friday Night Thunder. Ken Redinger gets a great restart, going to clear it with ease. Buddy Solly looking inside on the outside of Stinson there. They're side by side. Alex Hillman right behind them. Incredible action on the restart. And as you see, Redinger is going to drive away Stinson, trying to reel him back in. Buddy Sully in third. Eric Gambrell up there in the mix in the top 5. Someone we haven't really talked about today. Alex Hillman getting back in the mix there. It's quite a race for 5th. So there we go. We got our ticker back. We got our tower back. We got Joe back. Joe, what's going on out there at Dover?
Well, it looks like we may have had an outage out here in Dover. Oh, the always in the wall.
Hillman in the wall. Hillman Bolander in the wall. Oh my God, look at Tom Lester holding on tight. Oh, Alex Hillman with more trouble tonight.
3 wide right behind them, too. Dalton Connor, Jack Sanders.
Oh, Lester, contact there.
Sanders.
Jack Sanders. Oh my goodness, what's going on at Dover tonight? What chaos.
Oh, there's a car in the barrels.
Somebody just Larson did into the barrels. Oh my goodness. That was, wow, Alex Hillman barrels. Alex Hillman into the barrels. And you see Plant Smith on pit road as well. Oh my goodness, mass casualties. Look at this replay. You see Bolander on the inside, Hillman on the outside there. Hillman says, no, I got a problem.
Oh.
Hillman definitely had wheel damage from nailing that wall on the restart, and then Larson did into the barrels. So I think that's going to bring Hillman's night to a close. Unfortunate events from the 08 machine of Alex Hillman. And
Yeah.
looky, Buddy Solly's your new race leader. Blink and you missed it. That 21 is stealth. Buddy Solly to the lead.
Yep, 7th to 1st. And it looks like right behind him in the second is going to be Eric Gambrell right now, the guy that won at Charlotte. Gets around Ken Redinger. It looks like he may have caught him sleeping right there.
Look at Justin Parham in the mix, too. And Bolander,
guy catching him
wow.
sleeping.
Parham there with the power move. Bolander looking inside as well. Ken Redinger losing positions at the moment. Parham with the power exit. Does not hit the wall that time. And Bolander slide jobs right in front of Redinger. And look at Stinson and Dalton Connor looking racy behind them. Matthew Fritz as well. What a battle within the top 7.
Yeah, right now it looks like Redinger, right now the last time he took tires was lap 68, and we're seeing the effects of it right here. Going in the wrong way in a hurry. Right now, the other guy that stayed out on those old tires was Jay Stinson. He's also going the wrong way in a hurry, getting passed by all these boys on fresher tires. But it's Buddy Sully taking control of the race here, and we're down to 19 to go, coming to 18 to go. Look at Parham making a move.
Yeah, Justin Parham not satisfied with third, takes second from Gambrell. Gambrell tries to answer back, going to take a look in. Then Parham tail slaps the wall, but he's going to be okay, not lose any momentum. Bolander taking a peek on the outside as well. But Parham is reeling in the 21 of Buddy Solly, Joe. The 21 has got to be looking in that rear view mirror right now. We're inside 20 laps to go. These laps cannot click off fast enough for the 21.
Yeah, well, right now they might start clicking off at a slower rate with the way these guys are battling from 5th on back. Look at this Fritz,
Woo!
Connor,
Fritzy
and
gets
everybody
a little loose.
else.
Yeah, Fritz going to get a little loosey-goosey there, going to look inside the 93. The 93 has been showing glimpses of great speed all night, Joe. So Dalton Connor with a great performance takes 6th position at the moment. Fritz 5th place.
Yep, he's got to take advantage of those fresher tires, but he's got some work ahead of him if he wants to take a full advantage of them as front 4 have, because Buddy Sully right now getting a good advantage on Parham, who's now just being stalked by the 46 and the 18. 18 going to try a little different line. Right now, this is the first time we're really seeing somebody search here since the beginning of the race, where we saw Jason Rochelle use it.
Yeah, they're going to run out of time. They need to start looking to see where they can find the grip, where they can find some clean air, where they can maybe get the run on exit to narrow that gap. The 21 trying to block as best he can, but the 99 looks outside. It's side by side. We got a challenge for the lead with 15 to go from Dover. The 99 of Parham on the outside, 21 of Sully on the inside. The 99 is going to get the advantage. The 21 shoves the 46 into the wall. I think it was incidental contact there, just tight racing, but the 99 is going to take the lead. Justin Parham, your pole sitter, to the lead.
Yeah, I don't know what started that, but they got scooted together in the middle of the front stretch there, and now it's allowed Gambrel to get to second somehow, and Buddy Sully going in the wrong direction off what happened there. Looks like he may have lost a little bit of the magic he had going there from the race lead. We'll see if he's able to recover here, but right now Justin Parham, after everything, is in the lead with 13 to go.
From first place to fourth place in one lap. It's that fast at Dover. Justin Parham, your leader. Buddy Sully now in fourth. Eric Gambrel now in the bird's nest, in the catbird seat. He's looking. Can he make the move on Parham? We've seen Parham do this before. The man knows how to get around a racetrack. Always incredible speed. Can Andrew Bolander perhaps do something from third in case these guys do get to battling? That 18 stalking as well, Joe. And it looks like the 21 is trying to gather it back up. He's back in the mix as well. Fritz trying to find an answer to inch back into that battle for the lead.
There goes Bolander for second. Now he's going to try and make a run on Parham.
Gambrel opens the door. The 18 says, thank you, sir. He's in second place as he's going to take a look at Parham right there. The 18 of Bolander coming to life here late in the race. We're coming to the line. It's going to be 10 to go from Dover on Friday Night Thunder.
I think Bolander, the last win that he needs in a series is this one in order to complete the what's the word I'm looking? It's not a trifecta. It's
the Grand Slam.
The Grand Slam. We'll go with that because I believe he's won on Mondays. I know he's won in the Xfinity Series, now O'Reilly Series, a good amount, and he's won on Thursdays in the Truck Series, the old Truck Series, to make the playoffs actually. So I think Bolander is feeling hungry to add an ARCA win to his list.
What a resume builder that will be. Check another one off the list. Andrew Bolander hungry as he's nipping at the heels of Parham, but Justin Parham, a series regular, no stranger to getting those trophies, will not be denied.
No.
Throws the block. Bolander in the wall. Gambrel right behind him. It's getting nip and tuck with 8 laps to go.
It looked like Gambrel almost got to the left rear of Parham. We almost saw a carbon copy of some stuff we saw earlier in the race, and that would have been really bad for this front five. I mean, I think the one guy that would have been really happy to see that actually is the guy in 6, Steve Lewis. Would have loved to see these front five take each other out right there.
But that was almost a wipeout, the big one for the lead right there. It gives Justin Parham a little bit of room to operate. He's got a 2-car advantage over the 18, but the 18 is going to gather it back up, try to run a slightly different line, look for room, look for clean air, look for a place to build a run. He's getting ever so closely as it's now a 2-car battle for the lead as Gambrel smacks the wall.
Yeah, that's going to back up 4th and 5th. And
Bolander inside there.
Yep, here we go.
Got a battle for the lead, Joe. Look at that. It's Parham. It's Bolander. Bolander might has the slight advantage, but Parham's going to power through and gain the advantage in the next set of corners. But the 18's going to battle back on exit. They're going to come to the line. It looks like Parham's going to have the slight advantage, drifting that thing. And Bolander's going to tuck right behind. 5 to go from Dover.
Yeah, the one thing you got to be careful of is what Novella did earlier in the race, which is smacking that outside wall if you're running the high line. Parham, that's why he was drifting out of 4, had to put so much wheel in it to make sure that didn't happen. Right now, I don't know if running that second lane is going to be the right decision, Justin. Right now, you're opening up that inside for Bolander with only 4 to go.
Bolander running a little bit more of a conservative line there, maybe trying to save a little bit of tire to plot that move, maybe bait Justin into making a mistake. We've seen Justin make a mistake and hit the wall on exit a few times tonight, and Parham's just trying to keep the aggression level up to stay in front and block that 18. But that 18 is trying to use all the racetrack right now, trying to figure out what to do. 3 to go from Dover on Friday Night Thunder.
Yeah, right now Bolander really wants to get this win here tonight, doing everything
right there
he
on
can.
The left rear.
He's running out of options here. I don't know if maybe he's going to try and get to his outside next, but he's going to have to try and send it in one of these corners, I think, if he's going to have any sort of a hope. And
He's
just got to hope he doesn't take himself or the 99 or both of them out.
Oh, Parham, a little contact there that might open the door. Bolander's there. They're side by side. 2 to go. We're going to come out there side by side. It's a dead heat on exit, and it's going to be down the backstretch side by side. Incredible action. It brings Gambrel back into the picture. They're still battling side by side. Buddy Solly, Matthew Fritz now getting ever so closely. Coming to the line. 1 to go from Dover. It is not settled yet.
Oh,
3 wide.
where's he
3
going?
wide.
Ow!
Gambrel pushes up the racetrack, moves Bolander up. I think that might give the 99 what he needs, Joe.
Yeah, but it looked like that might have been a Clint Boyer style move right there. And it's going to give Parham the advantage he needs, and it's going to be a battle for second.
Gambrel and Bolander get dicey. The 99 of Justin Parham runs away. Contact at the wall, but the 99 is going to take it from Dover. Justin Parham, your winner on Friday Night Thunder.
What a finish right there. Crazy last couple of laps. I thought Bolander was going to have it set up, and then Gambrel made a absolute dive bomb there into 1, and it almost ended everybody's day again. That would have been a very sad way for the race to end for these boys up front, but they were able to keep it clean there in the last lap.
That was an incredible final sequence to watch. As the laps ticked down, the battles intensified. Bolander was trying to stalk his prey. Gambrel was lurking. Buddy Solly was lurking. What an incredible way to wrap up the race. As Jack Sanders says, thank you very much. You are the winner, Justin Parham.
Well, we were going to get a nice close-up of your race winner doing burnouts, but I guess that's not going to happen now.
No burnouts for him, I suppose.
All right, I guess we'll just pull up the race results then.
So maybe we'll do some burnouts another time. But after a thrilling finish from Dover Motor Speedway tonight, Justin Parham takes away any chance at anybody else getting the victory. He conquers the Monster Mile. Andrew Bolander thinks what may have been tonight. As we see him, he was setting up every move, Joe. He was battling. He was setting up and driving it deep into every corner. But second place will be all for him tonight. And Eric Gambrel sending it 3 wide on the final lap right there. Going to wind up with the podium. I'm still breathless as to what I just saw. Matthew Fritz, a solid finish tonight. Going to wind up 4th. Buddy Solly, great run, led some laps tonight, was battling for the lead late, winds up 5th. Steve Lewis, a nice quiet day after we saw that incident early in the race, going to take it home in 6th. And then Kenneth Redinger. Ken had a great run early on, led some laps. It looked like we were going to see a typical Redinger performance, but other drivers had something in mind for him tonight. Going to take it home 7th. And Jason Rochelle led laps, ran that high line, looked fast, great glimpses of speed, going to wind up 8th. Jay Stinson led a lap. You know, he was in the top 5 for big stretches of the race. Not the finish he was looking for. Those tires failed him late. Going to wind up 9th. And Dalton Connor, glimpses of speed as well. Credit for a lap led tonight as well. Going to round out that top 10.
Going through the rest of the field, some of these boys, not really what they wanted to have out of their day. Lucas Alves was struggling with that car pretty much all day. Couldn't break inside the top 10 until late in the race. Not able to hold on to it. Gets 11th for his troubles here today in that beautiful Greg Biffle paint scheme. Jack Sanders, we saw him run up front in the top 10 early on, but looked like some tire struggles on long runs pushed him out to 12th. Tom Lester, we saw him yo-yo through the field with those wrecks and everything, ends up 13th. And Matt Novella, we saw him involved with the race lead wreck there towards the end. He was not able to recover, ends up 14th place, last car on the lead lap. Brandon Garand ended up 2 laps down due to that incident there. Went from 1 to 2 laps down when he got involved in that wreck and that caution with Parham. John Beverly, we saw him get trapped, 4 down, never able to get any of them back. Then we have the guys that pretty much didn't finish the race. Joe Volpes parked it with a couple laps left. No more positions to gain. Alex Hillman, we saw him absolutely destroy the barrels and his day end. We saw Daniel Plant Smith day end on that big wreck between him and Novella on the front stretch. Then we saw some of the guys have their race end early. Of course, Tommy Fox, the last one to grid up. So Nate Lesko, Michael Mata did not get a chance to grid up. pretty much loaded up the trailers, went home, had some sort of issues. Tommy Fox did grit up and did put the car out there, but had to load up the trailer early after being involved in both of the first two cautions and having terminal damage from both of them. He'll end up 20th place, 93 laps down. Not the day that he wanted.
And those are our results from Dover tonight. It looks like we will not be able to talk to our race winner tonight. So hopefully we'll catch up with Justin at some point during the season. Love to get him in the booth. Love talking racing with Justin. So congratulations to him tonight. Looking ahead at our drivers standings, easy for me to say, after our round 4 event from Dover. Kenneth Redinger is still going to retain your points lead. However, Eric Gambrell, after a solid showing, a third-place finish tonight, going to move up and leapfrog Volpus for a position, and he's going to be 9 back. Joe Volpus, we saw what happened early, had to use that fast repair, got caught up in another incident, about 5 to 6 minutes worth of damage there, unable to be competitive, going to get what he can out of that, going to fall a position, 22 back. That's going to hurt him in the points. Justin Parham with that race win, going to move him up a position. Matt Novella looking to capitalize on a great qualifying and a strong run early and through the middle parts of that race. Unfortunately, not the result he wanted tonight. Going to fall back 1. Steve Lewis with another top 10 performance, going to move up 1 spot. Good point night for him. Tommy Fox going to lose 1 after that unfortunate series of events. He's going to slide 1. And Jason Rochelle making a great run tonight. Going to leapfrog 3. Great night for him as well. Dalton Connor did what he needed to do to maintain his position. Going to be 9th in the points. And Jay Stinson going to have a great points night as well, despite not having the finish that he could have had tonight with those older tires. Going to round out that top 10 in points.
The last 2 drivers in right now on points. Remember, all points for the chase and everything. So top 12 right now. If there's not more than 24 drivers that are full-time, remember the best the rest and the way all that works. So right now we're still at that number. So top 12 still the guys that are going to make the show. Daniel Plant-Smith holds on to 11th place, and Brandon Garand holds on to 12th after today's race. A pretty sizable gap for Brandon, actually, to the boys outside the cut line. Jack Sanders moves up to 13th. He's 11 points back. You can see no Sam Milliken tonight. He falls out of the top 12. He's now 14 points below the cut line. And then you can see some of the boys that have been missing races. John Beverly, 27 back. Buddy Sully, 28 back. 32 back for Fritz. No Kevin Kyle tonight. He falls way back. Same with Andrew Davis, Brenner. We see Lucas Alves make up some ground tonight. Still got a long ways to go. Same with Alex Hillman, who has half the points that Brandon Garand does currently at this moment in time. And then you have all your one-race guys, Colin Bollinger, Andrew Bolander, and the rest on down to Tom Lester at the bottom of the standings, tied with Zach Clausen. So still a lot of racing left in the regular season, a lot of races, but we're already starting to creep up on a place where guys are going to start getting pretty much eliminated from the playoff contention, because you got to start 8 of the 12 regular season races. We're 4 in, so you can only miss 4 races. So some of these guys next week are going to be on their 4th miss, and then they can't miss anymore. So we're going to start seeing some of these names start being in red font because they're not eligible for the chase anymore.
So yes, to be able to be eligible, like you said, you have to make these races. So we'll start seeing that attrition. We'll see that naturally occur. And then, we're still early in the season, like you're saying, Joe. So still a little bit early. Still a lot to be settled on the track, many races left, but you are starting to see a few trends. You're starting to see a lot of familiar names up front. You're starting to see some of the familiar names finish in positions where we've seen them do in the past. So strong performers still are performing strong. A few question marks on some of our past performers. So we'll have to see what happens when we move on next week, and we'll take a look at the schedule here and show you after Dover tonight where we are going next week.
Yep, so looking ahead at our schedule for the next couple weeks, we got Michigan next week, so that should be a pretty fun race. We'll see how that one plays out for the boys. And then we got New Hampshire, Watkins Glen, Bristol, so Pretty much after Michigan, it's going to be a bit of a gauntlet for these guys. So we'll really see who's going to be the guys that are going to be able to take all their skills on all these different kind of disciplines of tracks and move their way to the front of the point standings in the next 4 races.
So it's going to be beneficial to those drivers that are more of a Swiss Army knife type of racer. You know, they're going to have to be a multi-tool kind of driver, show off all their skills at these different kinds of layouts. Each week is going to have its unique challenges. Michigan is going to be like a baby super speedway, and then you go to New Hampshire where it's going to be a flatter version of the type of racing that you saw tonight, more akin to say when we go to like Phoenix, for example, and then of course the road course, Watkins Glen, one of the easier layouts, but still with its challenges. And then, of course, Bristol, where it's elbows out and it's guns out. So I'm very excited to see the next couple weeks, Joe. It's going to be quite the coverage, quite the schedule here, as we'll start to see everything take shape. So with that being said, you know, we have a lovely package here, great portfolio of series to compete in here in the Moonlight Racing League. You know, we have the Monday Night Mayhem Cup Series. There's just been a great start to the season. Saw Grant Applegate win at Homestead last week. We're going to take our talents to Bristol, so they're going to be some short track racing, and it's hold on tight because we know Bristol can be one of those kind of endurance events. So you want to keep all the fenders on that one. And then looking ahead to that, the MRL Early Bird Series, the Tuesday special. It's the Gen 6 race car. They're still in a recruitment phase. They want to get that new schedule up. So if you want to be a part of that, just look in the hosted sessions every Tuesday around 5 p.m. for qualifying Eastern Time and green flag 6 p.m. Let's get some participation there. Those Gen 6 cars are a lot of fun. One of my favorites to drive here on the service. And then it all culminates on Hump Day, the MRL DDI Moonlight Truck Series. It's a centerpiece. It's an amazing series. DDI and Moonlight Racing League have joined forces to provide you an ultimate truck series here. They had quite the run at Las Vegas, have 40 truck plus fields, I should say. It's top 40 make it, the rest go home. You're going to see them at the club as they go to Fontana this Wednesday. And then the MRL O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. More news on that to come. You see the schedule graphic. That's going to be amended and updated. There will be a recruitment period to begin soon and a season to get on track soon. Look for announcements to come shortly. And you just witnessed it. The Friday Night Sun Thunder Series, the ARCA Series at its finest. And looking forward to Michigan next week, one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, a lot of racing ahead. Always great to see the schedules for everything going on. Really looking forward to all the races that are coming up, not only on MRL, but of course the VRN schedule. So, of course, just give a quick shout out to those boys.
Yeah, those are our partners in crime, the Vortex Racing Network. Incredible work those gentlemen do, Joe. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so of course the Monday ARCA series, did get confirmation from Zach Panzarella. Still going to be a bit of an open recruitment period. Going to make sure the numbers are really good for that series. Very excited to see that one come back onto the track. Very good double header that we have with the Monday Mayhem Cup Series. Catch Mean Gene, Money, and Zach Panzarella doing that broadcast every week live on Mondays. This week we're
Some of the best in the
Bristol.
business there, Joe. Some of the best in the business on that Mayhem broadcast. Shout out to those two.
Yeah, we're at Bristol this week. New car set up for iRacing with the Cup car. So of course, the short track package has been updated for the Cup cars. So we saw that today in the Bonfire Premier Cup finale of the season at Nashville, actually. So we'll see how it plays at Bristol tomorrow night. Tuesday, we got Bonfire Big Truckin' Tuesday, the Dennis Puckett Bonfire Big Truckin' Tuesday series. Great series going on over there. Been a lot of drivers showing up to that truck series every week, even at the road course this past week at Watkins Glen. Really cool to see how many drivers really do show up every week. Great to see everybody out there. This week we're going to be racing at good old Bristol as well. So we got back-to-back Bristol nights going to be on the VRN channel this week. So I hope everybody's ready to have their concrete hunger taken care of this week because we're going to have...
And their short track fix.
Yeah, Bristol and Bristol, and then Wednesday, talking about series that have so many people that show up. Man, we've had to send people home at Rockingham 2 weeks ago. Vegas, we were right at the number pretty much for that race. So this week, we'll see that Vegas race show up on the broadcast channel. So really looking forward to that as well. These boys doing a great job over there. We'll be back for the chase, so that'll be a really cool broadcast for us when we're back doing those. Thursday, that Quantum Contender Series, that's another Cup Car Series, so those boys about to be getting ready for a whole new car setup as well. And Kevin Kyle gonna be calling that action here, coming soon in the spring. So look out for that one. And then of course we have our broadcast for Friday Night Thunder, and then it all culminates on the Sunday Premier Cup, which just ended their season today at Nashville. So be on the lookout. The season following is going to start up in 2 weeks at Kentucky, of course, for Dennis Puckett Memorial Race to start the season as they do in Bonfire at Kentucky. So a couple weeks off before we're back to full swing over there in Bonfire Premier Cup, and that pretty much takes care of where we're headed here in the next few weeks with some racing.
Yeah, so make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell icon over here on MRL Broadcasting. Make sure you do the same over on the Vortex Racing Network, so that way you can see and get your racing fix. And if any of this is appealing to you, reach out. There's a spot for you anywhere to race here. You know, there's so many different series to choose from across multiple leagues. There's got to be a home for you, and we'd love to have you aboard. Joe, before we get out of here, final thoughts from Dover and looking ahead next week to Michigan.
Yeah, well, Dover went pretty calmly for the most part. A few wrecks in there in the middle part of the race, but a lot of green flag racing. Made for a very short race actually. So gonna have to look at the race length next time we come to Dover. Got that one in just under an hour, so gonna have to look at the race length. Maybe add a few laps. Hopefully, maybe make the strategy a little bit different next time for the race as well. Michigan next week should be a good one. Back to 100% fuel for that track. So we'll see how 100% fuel really plays on the tire wear for those boys, and how the draft really takes into effect. We've seen some really good racing that just last season there, so hopefully we're able to carry that over to this season.
Yeah, I cannot wait. It was an absolute blast here at the Monster Mile. Looking forward to going to the Irish Hills of Michigan next week. So stay tuned. I know we were here on a Sunday night rebroadcasting the Friday night. We'll be back on our normal Saturday night tape delay broadcast next week. For Smokin' Joe in the pits, I'm your host, Snake. It's been a blast, and remember, go fast or get past.